All right, so today we are out here at Raven Rock, North Carolina State Park. We're going to hike the Campbell Loop Trail, and at some other point we'll probably come back here and hike the actual Raven Rock Trail. But this trail is a little more moderate. It takes 3 to 4 hours to hike. So we're gonna see how we feel by the time this is over and bring you along for the ride.
All right, so we are probably about 1.5 miles into the hike. We just wanted to talk about it a little more. This is the Campbell Creek Loop Trail, like we mentioned. It's a 5-mile hike, rated as moderate, which I would say is fair. I'm sweating fairly profusely here. It's about in the 80s today. We're probably going to head up to 90, but down here by the creek, it's not too bad. Kind of cool off the water and the trees you can see behind me. So yeah, we're just out hiking, having a good time. We're getting ready for a trip we've kind of teased about a couple times this summer. So getting used to carrying the camera gear around and carrying the backpacks again, because we were probably a little out of shape from the winter. And we'll tell you more about that coming up, but all I can tell you is it's going to be at a large, rather famous national park. So if you haven't already and you're still watching the video at this point, go ahead and subscribe. I know 90.9% of you are not. So if you're part of that percentage, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. It would really help us out with the algorithm. And we're going to continue on the hike. This heads down maybe another mile or so to the Cape Fear River, and Lanier Falls is kind of the attraction. So that's where we're headed. Let's go. All right, so we are at the last little point before we head down to Lanier Falls. There's just a little bench here at the top of the hill that we decided to take a little break on. Get a little water for a second before we hit the stairs that take you down there. As we mentioned, there are other trails at the park. This is the longer one, but does not take you to the actual Raven Rock. That's the Raven Rock Loop Trail, sorry. And we wanted to go on that, but as soon as we started heading that way, there was a group of about 40 to 50 people headed on the trail, and that's just not our jam. So it seemed like there was less people here, so we took the long one. We'll probably come back and hit the Raven Rock and actually show you that one time. But we're going to enjoy this little break, sit here a minute, head down the stairs, and I'll get you some views of the falls here in just a few.
All right, so we're down here off the beaten path just a little bit in a nice little spot we like to sit and eat our little charcuterie treats. You know, it's high enough off the ground that we don't think any alligators will pop up out of the river and get us, because there have been sightings of alligators in the Cape Fear, and Mommy doesn't do that. So, but I'm pretty sure what's probably worse off in the Cape Fear is if you're back home in Indiana, Ohio, and the size of the catfish in here. So we're just gonna eat and then get back on the trail.
Okay, so we had our lunch. Hope you enjoyed the views of the water down there. We're gonna start headed back towards the car. We got a couple other things planned for today, but the first obstacle is the stair. So here we go. So just another little thing to highlight about Raven Rock. There is camping opportunities here if you're into that. This is the Wilderness Family Campground we'll show you. Well, we're not going to show you. I'm not walking back there, but there's not much to it. It's just tent pads, maybe fire rings that people have built. You got some pretty primitive restroom facilities. No water, nothing. But this is hike-in, so you're like about 2.5 miles from the parking area. So if you're adventurous and want to do that, the opportunities abound here. Taking another water break here. Yeah, so review, this is a moderate trail, and I would say it is so. We are moderately out of shape. So we are nowhere near where we need to be for our trip this summer, but we will be. But that's all right, because it is okay to stop and take a rest and just take in the scenery, listen to the birds, drink a little water. So the important thing is you're out here and you're doing it. That's all that matters. Okay, so we made it back to the car. We just went and checked out the visitor center there. They got a couple exhibits, you know, some merchandise. I guess they're getting ready to open a pollinator garden, so that's cool. But now that we're done, we're gonna go get us a little snack in a second. We brought a cooler with some lunch. But also, I enjoy hiking. This is one of my favorite things and best feeling is after I'm done, getting to put the old Tivas back on and get the feet out of the boots. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out up here. We're gonna go check out the picnic area, probably eat a little lunch. I want to drive through the campground here. They got an RV campground and another camping spot up there that's kind of for car camping, to see what it's like. Then we got maybe one or two other things we're gonna do for the day. So we'll catch up with you in a bit after we have our lunch. Oh yeah, that's where it's at. Right there. Alright, so we took a short drive from the park. It was like 30 minutes. We're down here in Fuquay Varina, North Carolina. We just had lunch at Mason Jar Tavern. Really good. Had fish tacos. I think she had the fried green tomato, bacon, lettuce, tomato, something or other. Sandwich. Pimento cheese, scratch made. Amazing. And they give you, like, I swear to God, like a pound of it. So we're taking pimento cheese home. And we're going to head down to one other place we wanted to check out in Fuquay real quick. That's Fainting Goat Brewing. Grab a beer and we'll, yeah.
So we decided to end the day with a couple of drinks at Fainting Goat Brewing Company. Mommy got a hat and a t-shirt because I had already had a drink at the other place. So we're on our way home now, and always remember, have a drink and life is short. Take the trip.